Noon. It is Monday, the Chad Prather Show. We are here. We are live. We are in person. We are real, and I think our hearts are beating. I got to look up a couple of things here today before we get started. Hope everybody is doing fantastic, man. It is a day. It is a day, and I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful for you, so appreciative of you. I see what you guys are saying there in the comments. And it's all good. It's all good. I wish you guys would float a couple of American flags. Let me tell you. You put them in the chat. Put a potato in the chat. Megan Moo's going to join us in a little bit. I started 10 years ago, March 15th. It was literally 10 years ago when I put my camera phone on the dashboard of my truck and started talking to it, and I started posting videos out there. And then it wasn't long after that when Hillary Clinton was running for office that I was like, we can't have that as the president of the United States. And I took my brand of humor and comedy and put it in the political realm. I put it over into the culture war, if you will. And I jokingly said on a video that trying to figure out which candidate to pick from is like trying to figure out which venereal disease you're most okay living with for the next 4 to 8 years. And there's a part of me sometimes that looks back and says, you should have never got into the political game. But let me just tell you, I love it. I love talking about culture because I love talking about the nature of people. And the nature of people is not good. By and large, people are not good. Luke Bryan's got a song says, I believe, people are good. They're not. That's bad theology. The prophet Jeremiah said that the heart is desperately wicked and deceitful above all things. I've been through a lot of crap in my life. I've had a lot of life experiences. I start telling stories and people go, how in the world did you do all of these things? I've basically lived 3 lives so far in 52 years, and I'm thankful that I'm still alive, that God is still giving me the opportunity to get up every day and breathe and to talk and to spend my time with you. People, they are interesting in that they are selfish and they are envious and they are jealous. And, that's why the Apostle Paul in the book of, I think it's 1 Corinthians. I think it's 1 Corinthians 6. I could be wrong on that. You could fact check me. You could community note me. Talked about how his righteous deeds were like filthy rags. In the Greek language, that's literally menstrual rags. Pretty dirty. He said, even my righteousness. And then he talks about the sin of covetousness. And the reason I think that he talked about that is because you can't see covetousness. You can see adultery. You can see murder. You can see idolatry. But you can't see covetousness. You can hide that. You don't know if somebody's coveting something. And the difference between jealousy and envy is interesting. Jealousy is I want what you have. I want to have what you have. But envy is even if I don't get it, I still don't want you to have it. And there's a lot of people out there that are envious. And I will say that from the very beginning, my soul, my heart has been to, one, make people laugh, because I think laughter is everything. And I think nothing brings people together like humor and music. I've tried to do both of those things. And I've also, the biggest thing that anyone has ever said to me that compliments me the most is they've said, Chad, we believe that you're genuine. We believe that you are who you say you are. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. I started podcasting 10 years ago with the Chad Prather Show. I didn't want to call it the Chad Prather Show, but I had folks who said, that's what you got to call it. And that's what we did. And here we are, 10 years later, still talking. I've got a long track record of putting my foot in my mouth and saying things, but by and large, I've tried to be who I am. And I want to do that with you guys. I really do. And today, we have no topics. God only knows what we're about to get into. But I want to just sit down and have a conversation with you guys. Now, before we do that, I want to tell you about our friends over at Birch Gold. I love our sponsors. They're so good to us, and I would never promote anyone that I didn't, one, believe had complete integrity like I just described, and also that I didn't use or believe in myself. Birch Gold, all you got to do is text CHAD, I spell it Chad, to 989898. And they will send you a free, no obligation information kit. And they'll want to get you on the phone, and you should talk to them. If you have uncertainties about your retirement, they can help you. and they will get you an IRA that is backed by physical gold. Gold's not going anywhere, folks. That's why we always promote them. Birch Gold is the leader in helping people reserve and preserve and secure their legacy. And they do that with your retirement. The Bible says that a righteous man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And I believe that you securing your future, not only to take care of yourself, but to take care of the future generations, starts with you making the right decisions when it comes to your retirement accounts and your investment accounts. Text Chad to 989898, and they will help you. Birch Gold. They will help you. Follow them over there on X. They got some great articles. You can go to birchgold.com, check them out, do a little research, and then text Chad to 989898. All right, let's bring them on. Party Foul Steve is in the house. What's up, buddy?
Man, it's been a tough week already.
It's only Monday, dude.
It's only Monday, but man, we started out on Thursday, and of course we had an amazing weekend in Missouri. 5 great shows and stuff, but it was just first time back on the road in a while, and full-fledged flying and all that, getting up early, flying, and it wore me out.
So for those of you who don't know, Party Foul Steve has been my road manager for about 10 years. He took a little break for a couple of years, and he moved to Florida. His wife took a great job, and they wanted to get back to Texas because Texas is the center of the universe. And so now he's back. He's on the road with me again. I like having him around. I don't like traveling alone. Party Foul Steve, watching you get readjusted to the airport and the rental cars and the hotels and all that has been slightly entertaining for me.
Well, we did it so much, it became easy. It was just second nature. Yeah. And then I stepped away from it, and now it's like, what? It's crazy. Everything's went crazy in 2 years. 2.5 years of being gone. Just travel in general, getting on an airplane, getting these kids on an airplane, and these parents that don't do anything. It's a whole laundry list of stuff, and it's had me in a funk since yesterday.
I want to tell you though, seriously though, bro. You literally have become an old man. I'm just going to tell you, bro.
Overnight.
You keep telling me. I tell you these things, and I'm like, you're going to find out. I'm like, bro, you're only 2 years older than me. You're like a year and a half older than me.
Man, it just wakes up one day and different things.
You are, dude. You literally went off to Striker J. I hear you about this travel agent thing. They don't make it easier because you still have to do it. The bottom line is you still have to do it. And we have traveled down to a fine science, but Steve has been, dude, you changed on me, bro. You changed on me.
No, I haven't changed.
Look at Megan Moo. Is she Megan Moo on the screen? Is she there?
She's not on the screen.
Can you not see her? I can see her.
I can.
Let's bring Megan Moo on there. Megan Duther, everybody. Yeah. You are so cute. I could see you. I don't know if anybody else could see you. Megan, she is the host of On the Subject. She is on the Dear American Network right here every evening at 7:30.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. I am tired.
Everybody's tired. Everybody's tired.
Feeling it.
Throw a couple of potatoes in the chat, everybody.
Yeah, everybody was asking, what is a potato all about? And I'm kind of like, I refresh my memory about what the potato's all about.
So there's a funny TikTok. It's this guy that takes like Tinder conversations and he makes songs of them. And he made one because this guy was, I guess, trying to test and see if the girl he was talking to was a bot. So he just kept saying like, say potato.
Tinder conversations?
Mm-hmm. Like Tinder chats when you like match with somebody. I don't know how Tinder works. I've never been on it.
I've never been on a dating web. No, that's not true. I got on a dating website back in 2009 or 10. I don't know. I was single. Key to that story. I was single.
Do you still have Grindr account?
Grindr. Your favorite comedian and mine, Spencer James, he and I were in West Hollywood doing some shows out there at the Comedy Store, and West Hollywood is the gayest place ever. My old agent, William Rodriguez, is gay, and we were having lunch one time or breakfast one time with a TV network with Lionsgate actually, and he looked at me and he goes, "Where are you staying?" I said, "I'm staying at the Ramada over here in West Hollywood." He goes, "Why do you always stay there? That's the gayest place in Hollywood." For a gay guy to say that to you.
The Ramada.
The Ramada. I mean, pride flags everywhere. And I was like, well, they don't mess with me because I sleep face down. I don't worry about it. But we were there one time. Spencer James and I were there, and we went to the little coffee shop next door. And the bartender guy, the barista, whatever he was, he walks up behind the counter. He goes, "Did y'all meet on Grindr?"
Gosh.
No, we're like not together, but I'm like, whatever. But apparently we looked pretty gay. I've never been on a dating website. I did in 2009. I did that, and I think I was dating 5 girls at the same time. Which is a challenge. But no, seriously. Anyway, Megan Moo.
Yes.
Putting Tinder profiles to music.
Yeah, it's really funny, and just the potato one to me is the funniest one because the song is actually really good.
That's funny.
It's like the song and the melody is actually really good, and I'm like, God, he nailed that.
I hate talented people. Megan's got a show on every night. It's called On the Subject. She's a lot of fun. You do the stuff where you eat the candy and stuff. You compare the taste test for the candy. Are you a candy eater, or do you just do that for the show?
I just do it for the show.
So you don't eat candy because you're like a spin instructor, spin class, cycling.
Yeah, I used to do a lot more. I actually used to be a U.S. trainer and presenter for a company named Les Mills. They're an international fitness company, and I used to train and present for 3 different programs that they have. And then I got into cycling, and that's all I do now, other than my training that I do on my own.
Do you do you do a lot of cultural stuff? Do you get into politics and stuff like that very much? Do you like it?
We do. I try. My opinion, it's just my opinion of things. I don't know a whole lot about politics, and I admit that freely.
I don't know that I do, honestly.
You know a lot more than I do, but I always just preface at the beginning of the show, hey, this is not a 1-hour political commentary show. This is, things can get political just based off my opinion of things, but this is not where you come to ingest your conservative commentary for the day.
Yeah.
This is for you to
I feel like there's a little bit of pressure on people, though, and I want to talk to you guys that are in the chat, that are listening to the show. I think there's a pressure for everybody to be political these days. By and large,
100%.
like I said in my opening deal, I never wanted to be political. Culture is one thing. I like talking about the nature of people because to me, psychology is fascinating, right? Sociology is fascinating. And to me, how people interact with each other is fascinating. Mm-hmm. So I like your show because it's just sort of like a breath of fresh air. It's fun. And then I also like it because you told some people to F off the other night, and I was like, okay.
I
did.
Right. It was our infamous troll, and
we were talking about, and they said some very inappropriate things to you.
Yeah.
And I'm a very big defender, just as Sarah Gonzalez. I'm a very big defender of the people that I care about, and I want to smack people. But we were talking about this before we started the show. And by the way, guys, if you're on here thinking we're going to politics, probably not. We might allude to it. I need to get some stuff off my chest today. Just have a chat, Megan. What do you think about cussing? Like words, they're like cuss words. We were talking about this one time. We were talking about cussing, and what do you think? I like descriptive language.
So I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I
want to hear the chat too. I know there are people going to blow up in here.
I have a potty mouth that I hide very well on the show because, of course, we have a brand that we have to stay on. But before Dear America, I was like,
right.
I probably need a real life button attached to shoulder.
Well, people
days,
get
just
offended.
So I can beat myself.
And I see a small grain American, not an F word fan. I sort of am. But also I know that the way I come off, if I were to say I know that the way it sounds in my head probably ain't the way it sounds to everybody else, right? And so I do this stuff like I'm just not offended by words. Like to me, words. Now again, the Bible says I get it, but the Bible's talking about curses. It's not talking about cussing. It's talking about curses, and I do understand that everybody should have I was in Nigeria one time with my friend Patrick Osami, who is a Nigerian, and you have to remember that Nigeria used to be a British colony, and we were somewhere out on a truck somewhere, and we were looking for lions, which there's not a lot of lions in Nigeria. But he said, look, that is shit, that is shit, that is shit. And we were on the truck with all these missionaries who were like, oh my God. To him, that wasn't a cuss word because coming from a British colony, that word was not that wasn't a cuss word. Wasn't a cuss word. So it's all subjective is what I say. And I don't know why I'm even bringing this up, but I think I just like it when you went off the other night. It was fun.
Well, I think
you felt bad about it. You felt bad. You said it, and then you felt.
Yeah, and I think there's a time and place for it. Now, I can't stand, watching somebody just drop the F-bomb every 5 words. That's just too much. Now, adding some color and some flavor to your vocabulary, I think is okay.
I love adjectives. I love them. Party Foul Steve. Party Foul Steve is a pretty clean dude. Like Party Foul Steve. Do you?
I keep it under control, but the one bad thing about the cussing is I taught my wife how to cuss. I taught all of my kids how to cuss, and now they cuss too much for me.
You know the biggest shock?
It's my fault.
You know the biggest shock for me was when I started following one of my daughters, who's an adult, on TikTok.
Uh-oh.
And she was dropping bombs. I was like, who are you right now? Like, who are you?
Yeah.
But she's like, and I love her. I mean, God bless her. She's so funny. And I was like, it was so weird to hear my kids say certain things that, and she wasn't being nasty. She was descriptive on some things. And you know what? I have to congratulate her on her use of the words. She put them in the right spot. They were good. And I see Ephesians 4:29, do not let coarse jesting come out of your mouth. I understand that. But if we're going to do that by the interpretation, we're all guilty. Don't ever tell a joke. Don't ever, again, in the context of Ephesians 4:29, Paul was talking about, the seriousness of our conversation, specifically when it comes to your salvation. We're not going to make jokes about that. Like we're not going to do coarse jesting. That's not going to come out of your mouth. Because Paul, if you read Ephesians 1, he's talking very specifically about how you were predestined and determined before the foundations of the earth to be born again. He says in Ephesians 2:9, he says, that it is by faith and not by works, lest any man should boast. And he's talking about that. So he's talking about your coarse conversation, and it's also in the context of talking about the marital vows. He's talking about, husbands, and wives submit to your husbands. And he's talking about all these things. And he's talking in the context of saying, hey, listen, if your words are going to be your words, let them be serious and don't be about, joking all the time, or coarse jesting is what the phrase is, where people don't know how to take you seriously. So there's a place for humor. Ecclesiastes says, there's a time for everything. There's a time for everything. And what Paul was talking about is in that specific case that there's no place for the coarse jesting. So I appreciate you. Listen, if you could keep your mouth clean, I'm for it. But like when Party Foul Steve says something to me, I'm like, yeah, it's just Steve.
Oh,
I'm not.
gosh.
When Megan bleeps herself, hit the bleep button. Hit the bleep button. Hey, listen, Mr. Producer, I know you're there. Just for the people in the chat who have dogs, will you hit the doorbell one time?
Oh.
Hey, you know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to change that sound because people are losing their minds over Party Foul Steve's doorbell. Their dogs are going crazy.
I made someone's Alexa go off the other night.
Alexa.
Hey, Siri.
That's a good one.
Hey, Siri.
Hey, Google.
It did it. It did it. It did it. On the show notes, it did. Siri went off.
There's a TV
Alexa,
commercial
turn the
for
volume
Alexa.
down.
Yeah, there's a TV commercial for Alexa, and when I used to have the Alexa, I destroyed those. But when I had it, it would say it on there, and then it would go, repeat your question or something.
I never thought about the doorbell making people's dogs crazy. Because again, I don't hear it. It's all in my ear. It's all right here. And so I was like, I never thought about that. But we will, you know what we'll do, Mr. Producer? We will change the doorbell. We put at some point in time, we will reveal our producer on this show, and he's going to be a part of the show. And I want him to be sooner than later if he's willing to do it. He's somebody that everybody knows and follows, and I would love it. He's horrible. He's a horrible human being, and I love him. I love him. I want to tell you about my friends over at AlliedOilfield.com. They're great folks. They're in Leveland, Texas. They've been doing this thing for 20 years. They are pioneers in the oilfield industry, from concept to design to build out. Oilfield, AlliedOilfield.com has what you need. We have a lot of truckers. We have a lot of oilfield guys. They are a part of the chat. They're a part of the listening audience. And I want you guys to know all about Allied Oilfield. They are incredible people. If you're looking at a project, if you're out there, even if you're having a conversation about oil and gas, you need to go to AlliedOilfield.com and learn about this equipment, see what they're doing. They're friends, they're fans, and they are an amazing company. And you know what? Drill, baby, drill. The oil field is all about it right now, man. And I'm so happy to have them a part of the show. Visit AlliedOilfield.com. Party foul, we need some oil.
They're going to let us drive the truck when we go out there, right?
Yeah, we're in Lubbock in I think July. We're going to go to,
not that too far.
We're going to go to Leveland.
I think they have winery out there too.
There's no wineries in Texas.
Yeah, Leveland has.
Let me tell you something, and I would love to hear you guys in the chat, anybody from Texas. There's no good wine from Texas.
There's no good wine from Tennessee.
Zero. Even Fredericksburg, Texas, which I love, even the wineries out there get their grape seeds from California. So
I don't.
Do you drink wine? You drink, Megan?
Me? Yes.
I didn't mean to out you.
I said that like, yes, of course. No.
Do you do drugs? Do you like?
I drink socially.
Yeah.
Socially.
Yeah.
Socially drugs. Social drugs. What?
Social drinks. Like, I'll have a glass of wine if we like make a nice steak dinner.
Dude, Steve, let's go get a steak, man.
Let's get a steak
I gotta do Carl
nice
Higby show today. I gotta do Carl Higby show today on Newsmax. But then let's go get a steak, dude. Perry's is a great steak. We're off the rails. We're off the rails. I don't care. I needed therapy today. I'm looking at Tim Walls over here. Tim Walls is a moron. He's an idiot. Rachel Zegler, did you watch the new Snow White, Megan?
I didn't.
Thought you were gonna say you did.
I know.
Will you watch it?
Producer did. I will when it's out. I'm not gonna go spend money on it.
When it's in the discount bargain bin at Walmart. Oh wait, they don't have those anymore.
You don't get Blu-ray anymore.
I did watch producer's video, and I actually agree with him, and I say this a lot on my show, is that we need to be able to separate the politics from the entertainment. I just wish that the entertainers would do the same.
100%.
You know, she needs to keep her mouth shut, because this is what happens when you say negative things about an entire group of people that could have potential money funneling into your revenue and your movie.
You know, she's a cute girl. She's cute, and but if she keeps opening her mouth and saying these things, and all those interviews they've done with the stuff is like, you know, they did a red carpet interview where she was like, we're not going to tell that story. No, that is the story.
It is a story.
The story is about the prince saving the princess. Like, you know, I mean, you literally, Disney became a thing by it's not just the mouse. It's about creating princesses. It's telling the story of the princesses, how someone can go from nothing. You know, Cinderella with the glass slipper, Snow White with the 7 dwarves, Ariel, who, you know, there you see her. You know, she wants to be under the sea. She wants to see.
Yes, she wants to have legs. She wants to have legs and go, I want to be where the people are. Like, she just wants to go up and find love instead of being trapped under the sea.
You're literally giving legs to the female ingenue, to the princess. You're giving legs to her. Belle, which, by the way, Belle didn't know that beast would turn into a man, and she was ready to do it anyway. So that's weird. But she fell in love with the dog, okay? And I get it because I've met Tony's wife, and she loves the dogs more than she loves me and Steve. Anyway, I'm like, you know, it's okay to create a princess. My daughter grew up to be an actual Disney princess. She is, you know, in Frozen on Ice with Disney's, you know, the skating thing.
I thought about doing that.
She isn't a professional dancer, and she, you know, she is. What's the Frozen princess?
Elsa.
My daughter grew up to be Elsa, and I don't know what level of pain in the butt you guys understand when your daughter looks like Audrey Hepburn and grows up to be an actual Disney princess. She can be insufferable.
Well, but the whole thing changed as soon as they casted Rachel Ziegler. Now, I'm not discrediting her talent or anything, but as you guys mentioned this morning, the entire premise of Snow White is the fact that her skin is as fair as snow.
Porcelain.
That's it.
She was Snow White, and they cast. This is the epitome of DEI and political correctness. They put a girl who's a beautiful girl. Let me just say, beautiful girl, aesthetically pleasing. Her features are balanced. Okay. She's a pretty girl, but she's not. And then they're going to keep doubling down on this thing. Play this clip. She's insufferable, though.
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
So is she acting right now on that, or
that's what I was just thinking?
Like, you're an actress.
You're so
I don't
dramatic.
trust them.
You're so dramatic.
You're not. Listen. I will tell you guys. I will tell you. I'll be the first one to admit that when it comes to the grand scheme of things in this world, I'm not a big deal. I'm not a big deal. I run my mouth for a living. I talk to people. I go out and I do comedy shows. The world will go on without me. I'm not a first responder. I'm not a fireman that runs to crisis when people are running away. I am not a lineman that gets the power back on when it's 30 degrees outside and it goes off at 3 a.m. I'm not that guy. I am expendable. I'm okay with that, right? That's the world we live in. People need to realize that their sense of self-importance is just ridiculous when they go on here and try to make people think that they matter. You don't. I'm saying as a human being, of course you matter. We all do. We have eternal souls, and God bless you. But stop with this stuff. You put a movie out. That did $45 million on the opening weekend. It's cost $209 million to make your movie. That is half the money of what the Little Mermaid did on its opening weekend. And Little Mermaid was woke AF. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
And let me just say, Party Foul Steve, you can chime in on this. Megan, you can if you want. Who's the hottest Disney princess? Who's the prettiest? Ooh. Ariel
Jasmine.
Was stout.
I think Ariel's probably
Belle.
You know, everyone says I look like her, so I'll take that.
Look at the critics, though. A little princess deal. Megan, you are a beautiful girl. Lazy, visually repellent. We talked about this morning on the show. These are all leftist deals. HuffPost, Guardian, The Times, all of them. Just, it's not a good movie, man.
So did that movie come out this past weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, I don't.
And, I was talking about Allied
not a movie
Oilfield
guy.
a little while ago. Allied Oilfield, I always say, if you want to watch Landman, Steve, you worked Oilfield.
Yeah.
You were on drilling rigs in the ocean, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, I watched Landman, and I was like, that's not accurate, and everybody blew it up, but it's still entertaining. When I watch Yellowstone, I know a lot about horses and cattle. I know a lot. People want to say I'm all hat, no cattle. That is abjectly untrue. I don't care what people think. But when I watched Yellowstone, I was like, yeah, that would never have happened on a ranch. Like, that's not, and I'm talking about in dealing with the horses. But I still watch it because it's entertaining. Yeah. This crap is not entertaining. Like, it's just not good.
No.
Not good.
It's not good. Well,
not good.
To your point earlier, here's the thing with entertainment, and I feel like this is a participation trophy type moment with these younger actors. They haven't comprehended yet that not everyone is going to like you, and not everyone is going to like what you're in, especially when you alienate half of the country and tell them that they all.
Yeah, why do you do that? Like, you basically did a big middle finger F Trump thing. Yeah. How have they not learned at this point? Like again, I'm getting crucified on X for sharing a story about soda. I didn't get paid for it. People want to accuse me of getting paid for it. I did not get paid for that. I get offers all the time. You know what? For 10 years, people ask me to share their GoFundMe. I won't share them. You know what? Because if I share one, I got to share them all. And so for years, I've tried to be very critical about what I share. Now, if I think it's promoting something I believe in, I'll share it. I did not read that soda article the right way. I thought I read it the right way, and I put a statement out. It's on X. You can go to @WatchChad and read my statement about the deal, where basically I said, yeah, when I went back and read it, I deleted the thing, but I'm still getting crucified on X. My deal is you learn from your mistakes. You do things, you put stuff out there, and then you know what? Just be proud of your body of work. Now, I don't know if this girl's ever been, and this is not a show about Snow White, but apparently it's turning into that. This girl, I don't know that she's ever been in another movie. I don't know. But I didn't need to know her politics. This is what she's going to be known for. Well, she's going to have a hard time going forward.
So this is what she'll be forgotten for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've done a lot of things in my life. I've had TV shows. I just got Danny McBride. Austin Powers just signed on for a TV deal of something that we created. And I don't know where it's going to go. We'll see. But
I still don't.
But I'm like most people watch Righteous Gemstones and still don't know who Danny McBride is. So again, I don't know his politics, but he signed on with our project, and I'm happy about that. What, Megan?
Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers.
And it is a funny show, and I sometimes I do feel guilty while I'm watching it, but I still watch it.
What,
I'm going to show you how pretty. I'm not going to show you my daughter. I'm not going to show you. She's so pretty. Man, I love my kids, man. I got the beautiful,
like the big televangelist.
Oh, yeah.
Gemstones?
You just got to watch it. Yeah,
it's a funny show. People get offended because it's like when I used to do the Harold Swindle character, the TV preacher character, and people got so mad at me because I was making fun of the megachurch TV evangelist movement.
They're all the same.
And I was like, we literally had a telephone number where you could call the Reverend Harold Swindle, and we would listen to their voicemails. It was fantastic. I'm gonna bring in Harold Swindle back. I would love to hear you guys in the chat if you want to hear Harold Swindle. What do we got here? We got to do All Family Pharmacy. I love these guys, man. I love these guys, and let me tell you why I do. Because I got throttled so bad. I got 372,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I get like 1,000 views on YouTube. You know why? You know why that math don't work out? Because they throttled me. You know why they throttled me? Because I talked about the scamdemic. I talked about the Chinese sneezy. I talked about the ivermectin. I talked about all the stuff. I talked about the protocols. I talked about the masks and the socially distance and the stickers on the grocery store floor, and you could walk one way up aisle 8 and another way down aisle 9, and people wearing the pool noodles on their head so they wouldn't get too close to somebody else, and wearing the masks in their car. And you could walk into a restaurant wearing a mask, but if you lowered your butt into a chair 7 inches, you could take the mask off, which didn't make any sense to me because Chinese people are already that tall, and I figured that's where the Chinese sneezy was. But I got throttled. They hate me because we talked about it. All Family Pharmacy throws it in their face. Allfamilypharmacy.com. Get over there. Get your ivermectin. Get all your stuff. I'll be honest with you, man. There's some folks out there that are dealing with some things, some major things. And you know what? Some of these medications might help you. They might help you. All Family Pharmacy is a great company. They are good folks. They got the emergency medical kits. You got your weight loss stuff if you're into that. And they also got the ivermectin and all those things. So get over there, allfamilypharmacy.com. You go shopping, put it in your cart, you fill out the form, the doctor looks at it and says, yep, this is what you need. And they'll send it to you. Be there in a couple of days. All Family Pharmacy. They're good folks. Oh, Megan, what state do you live in? Oregon?
Me? Hell no. I'm in Tennessee, and you know what I have to say to all those haters, especially the ones coming after you on X.
Boo, you whore.
That's what I have to say.
Makes me want to ring the doorbell for their dog. Is what it makes me.
Chad, I'm not really on X too much. I look over there every now and then. But what was the article? What was the? I don't want to get. I know we're staying off politics today, kind of. But what was the article about?
Oh, the article I shared is about soda. It was about food stamps being used for people to buy soda.
Okay.
And what I said, the only thing I said about it is I said government overreach is just becomes too much. Like, here's the thing: I'm not promoting people buying junk food or soda on food stamps, but at the same time, if someone needs a hand up, if they're on welfare, people want to accuse me of saying that it's like a lifestyle. I'm not saying that. God, my God, I got a 10-year track record, folks. A 10-year track record and a good reputation of being consistent. But I'm like, okay, this is a fair argument that they're making on this deal. And people are like, you're against the Maha movement. No, I literally 3 weeks ago was in the same room with Bobby Kennedy. We had a conversation about his agenda with the Make America Healthy Again agenda. And I shared the thing, I shared the article because I thought it was a good article. Now, what I thought it was saying is that people need to be self-governing on this thing, and the government needs to stay out of their business. So that, but again, it was, now I know that article was backed by, apparently, from what I understand, was backed by a big soda lobby. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, because they don't want sodas. They don't want sodas
I didn't know it was
to go
a thing.
away.
I didn't know big soda was a thing.
I don't know your position on any of that stuff, but it's like my thing with the food stamps and stuff. I know you drink Coke, but I mean, like with the government, they're providing money to go buy food. Yes, I don't think it should be junk food. But
okay, but is that junk food? Is that junk food?
What, Coke?
Yeah,
Coke is junk food. That's pure trash.
It's not pure trash.
It's pure trash. It's pure garbage. And you're going to put that
sugar is in
Do you know
Pepsi?
how much sugar you just poured in your sweet tea today?
Yes, I know exactly how much, but I paid for it. The government didn't. The government's going to spend money to keep people sick. That's what they're doing.
All right. I'm drinking water from now on.
But at the same time, I also don't think it's one of those deals. I don't want the government telling people what they should or should not eat, but I do. I want it,
You know what? Yeah. I'll tell you this. Shut up, Steve.
I'm just like,
here's at the end
little
of the day,
Debbie
guys,
snack cakes. Man, there's nothing. I ain't
Steve,
finished.
I said shut up.
I'm not finished. Let me finish. Are you gonna mute me? No, I hate this, man. When I was in high school, I worked in a grocery store, and there were people come in and they're using food stamps, right? Well, they had a bag of dog food. They said, well, you can't get that on food stamps. So they took it back and went and got 20 pounds of hamburger meat and checked out with that for their dog. So now the government's feeding their pet real meat, which is healthier than dog food.
Let me ask you a question, Steve. Let me ask you a question. Can you buy a bag of sugar with food stamps?
Yeah, you sure can.
What's the difference?
Yeah, I know. No, I
What's the difference?
I said the government should not be in telling us what we should and should not, but they should.
But they shouldn't. Dude, I'm just telling you, the government, if you're good, you know what, then to cut it all off.
Yeah.
Cut it all off. That's my whole point. If you don't want people on food stamps, then get them the F off of food stamps.
But there was times growing up where we didn't necessarily have a lot of money for food. We didn't get food.
Barack
Obama
was the food stamp president. What is dinging in here? I hate what is dinging? It's me. I'm dinging.
I definitely think there needs to be some sort of regulations on it. I also think they need to do check-ins periodically to be like, okay,
no drugs. Like do a blood test.
No drugs, no
I mean, are you going to do that
nothing. Yeah.
How much would that cost to do drug tests for
a lot, dude? A lot. That's what I'm saying.
Pay for that, or we're going to just keep giving them junk food.
All right. So here's the thing. Here's what I say. Here's what I say. You go get you a pound of beef. You get you some water. I mean, the water comes out of the spigot. You can get free water. I mean, you pay the water company, but you can get free water. You go to the neighbor's house and drink out the hose. You can get water. You can get a pound of beef, and you can get I don't know, whatever. But let me tell you, if it's bad for you, then it's bad for you. Cut it all off. Make everybody go get a job. And be like, you know what? We're going to let the Darwin rule just go out, and people, if you starve to death, you starve to death. But I am not of the idea of saying the government should tell me what my diet is. We complained about that shit when Michelle Obama was telling us what our kids could eat at the lunch cafeteria.
Yeah, because
we complained
they
about
tried to serve good food, and they were throwing it in the trash at school. Kids ain't going to eat broccoli and celery.
But again, see, I almost called you CJ. Steve, I felt like I was in an argument right there. I mean, CJ and I have so many arguments. So, Steve, what's my favorite food? What's my favorite drive-thru?
Chicken.
No.
Your favorite... McDonald's is your favorite
McDonald's is my favorite.
But chicken is your favorite. Cane's chicken is your.
I do like, but I DoorDash that. We've never driven through. But here's the thing. Shut up, Megan. You're healthy. We don't care about your opinion right now. Okay, Megan. Here's my thing, Steve. I don't want the government. I don't want the government paying for my McDonald's. I don't. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
But like. They pay for my sugar. If I got a food stamp.
Well, maybe they should just let food stamps go everywhere, and then I'm filing for food stamps. So I have my steak at Perry's. Here's
the thing. I'm being mostly facetious right now, everybody. So if you're clipping me and you're taking these mostly facetious, I'm in a mood. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Most conservatives out there, there's a lot, well, I say not most, but there's a lot of conservatives out there that are governmentally dependent. And that's fine. The government is there to help you up. They are. They're to protect you and to help you up. There are people out there who live off of it, though, and it's become a way of life. And I'm just saying.
Generational, not just.
And I agree with you. Wishnik 6, if you want to eat unhealthy, then they should pay for it. But I'm with you. Water, a pound of beef, a loaf of bread, some rice, and that's it. Maybe some baby formula.
Well, that's a whole different program. The baby formula.
WIC is a whole different.
Women, infant, and children. WIC. That's for the mother and the pregnant and the baby up to a year old.
Yeah.
So, and that's a whole nother. Yeah, so much money.
It's a weird, and the reason I shared that article is because it's a discussion. It's worth having. I didn't know I was going to get embroiled in a controversy. I thought it was worth a discussion. And I said, government overreach. That was the thing. But I didn't get paid for it. Should have.
If you did, who cares?
Unless
if somebody wants to pay me to post something, I'm all for it. What's your budget?
And I have, and full disclosure, I've been paid. in the past. I've been paid to share things. But I've also, I share things. We were talking earlier today. My friends JM4 Tactical, Chad Myers out in Abilene, Texas. They got their magnetic holsters. I love their magnetic holsters. They're the best in the business. You know what? He posts ads on my Facebook every day. He's never paid me a dime, and I'm cool with that.
He did give me a free. He gave me a holster.
I believe in him. I believe in his business. He's never paid me a dime. Hot Seat Todd called me today about a business deal for him, and I said, "Yeah, bro, you should do that. Absolutely, you should do that." Anyway, Jasmine Crockett, man. Jasmine Crockett. Oh, the other thing that I love is the people that are saying, like the Quartering or whatever that show is. They bitch about everybody saying, "Oh, he violated FCC rules." How many people are out there sucking the balls of the FCC, like the Federal Communication Commission, the federal government? You're out there literally chewing on the nutsack of the FCC about what's legal and illegal. Really? You're talking about hating the federal government, and then you want to be a cuck for the FCC? I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
How we doing now?
I have a problem with people like him.
People out there defending the FCC. When you talk about believing in the First Amendment and free speech, and you're going to talk about clarifying things with the FCC, the Federal Communications. Really, I'm going to ask a bureaucrat permission for what I promote, push, and say? Whatever. You know what? I'm going to delete my Twitter. I'm going to delete it. I'm done. Finish.
No, you're not.
I'm done. Steve, I quit. This is the last Chad Prather show ever.
If you delete your ex, you would probably get about 12 hours of your life back every day.
13 to be exact.
Okay.
I hate X, dude. I hate it.
Well, I just hate
Are those real people?
and let me tell you,
these people just come on there and they're like, someone has one bad opinion about somebody, and then everybody rallies to find anything and everything about one specific person to just go after them and grill them. And to me, that's a grifter. You're jumping on the bandwagon. You're jumping on the hate train to point out stuff that isn't even true about somebody.
Let me show you guys a screenshot right here. This is Nick Sorter. Nick is the guy who put the article out on the whole deal. All right, if you go to Nick Sorter and you click on his link tree, the first one is Venmo, the second one is Cash App, and the third one is PayPal. That's the guy that put the article out about us. If you click on his deal, you're like, well, people are getting to choose. I didn't make a damn dime. Here's the thing. I've made money. Don't get me wrong. I've made money using my mouth, using my platform. I will become 100% clean with that. Have I made money? Yes. It costs money sometimes to put a product into showroom window. If you don't like me for that, go away. There's a lot of podcasts. Go watch The Quartering, okay? But at the end of the day, I put food on the table. I built an audience, and if it's so damn easy for all of you out there to do it, you do it. You go do it. You go build an audience. You get 10 years of a track record out there of putting social media content out there that promotes the things that you value, and be consistent with that for a decade. And if you can do it, I want to see you do it. And you know what? I want you to do it for freaking free. I want you to do it for free. I don't want you to charge. You know what? We won't take any more sponsors for the podcast. We won't charge any more tickets for the live shows, music or comedy. We won't do anything. We'll just go out there and live homeless like transient people under a bridge in Austin, Texas, and we will stick our hands out with a cardboard sign and say, give us some change, while we hold a bunch of Colt roses on the side of the damn freeway. So here's the thing, Nick. Nick's got his Venmo. Send him some money. Cash App. Send him some money. PayPal. Send him some money.
His Venmo is at PartyFoulSteve.
So here's the deal. Do I have a problem with that?
It ain't free to drive.
I have a problem with that?
Free to drive to Chad's
I don't
house.
have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. You make your money. I subscribe. I spend money every month to subscribe to people like Brianna Morello. I love Brianna. She's my friend. I send her money every month through a subscription. You could go on. You know how much I make? Let me show you how much I make. Let me show you how much I make. You know what? While we're doing it, let's fucking do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Well, I've lost 900 followers in the last 2 days. Let's click monetization on X. Let's see. Let's see what my revenue sharing is. Oh, my God. February 28th. You know how much I got paid? There it is. If somebody wants to do a screenshot, $372 off of X.
Wow.
Man, I'm breaking the bank. You know what I made the month before? $509. Month before, $492. The month before, $390. The month before, $487. The month before, back in December, $615. That was a big month. $600, man. I can buy eggs.
Paid shill.
I know. December 6th, $354. November 22nd, $407. Oh, another big month. November 8th, $601, $505. Wow, dude, I'm killing it. How many of you are living off of $400 a month? You people think that we're getting $10,000 a month from posting things on X. Stop.
Do you know how much I make? I don't make anything. I work really hard. I do a lot of stuff.
There it is.
I don't even make that money. I get rants.
I don't even look at it.
Some subs on Rumble, but like,
let's look
I'm
at
not
Rumble.
making any money yet.
No, let's look at Rumble. While I got y'all's attention, let's look at Rumble. Let's look at our earnings over on Rumble. That's what we got. I don't get me wrong.
I didn't know you could make money on Rumble.
You're so weird.
I didn't even know that.
And guys, don't get me wrong. I am blessed. But you know what? Yesterday morning at 6 a.m., at 4 a.m., I was on the way to the airport in Springfield, Missouri to get on an airplane to fly home. You want to keep up with me 1 week? Come on. I'll be in Austin, Texas on Thursday night. And then I'm going to Ordway, Colorado. Most of you don't know where Ordway, Colorado is. On Saturday, I'm going up there, and the next day I'm turning around, coming right back home. And you know what? Monday morning, I'll be back on the Dear America show talking, building a show. You think I work 8 days a week? You want to keep up with me? Come on. I want you to keep up with me. Let's look at our earnings. What is dinging around here? I'm in a mood. Here we go.
Are you?
Oh my gosh, guys. I have in my Rumble account $435.67. There it is.
Wow.
My Rumble account. I'm on the Dear America program. I get a lot of views. My all-time earnings, I want you guys to see it. $1,006. Look at that. You call me a sellout? $1,006 with 31,000 total followers. I'm just saying. I love you guys, man. That's why I'm telling you, the people that matter don't mind, and the people that mind don't matter. And I love you guys. I'm friends with you guys. Megan Moo's how are you in the chat and doing this?
That's what I do.
She said she has a laptop sitting in front of her, or a computer.
I know. I just, people say I'm frustrated. No, I am frustrated. I am frustrated because, you know what? It's been a hard couple of years. We're dealing with a lot of stuff, and we're busting our ass out there. And you know what? At the end of the day, I want people, Mr. Producer will tell me that I've said too much, and that's okay. But I want people to understand, I'm trying to be the real deal for you. I am trying to be the real deal for you. I'm a dude in a cowboy hat that just,
Somebody
all
asked,
this for effing soda.
You took Jennifer's question, Steve?
Yeah, can you read that? It already went by. I can't read it anymore.
What is that?
I have a question. If I subscribe to Chad's show, does that money actually go to Chad or does it go to Rumble? Would I have to subscribe to Megan Moo and Dear America separately? So with my understanding with Rumble, which is, it's not a lot. There's not a lot of understanding here because they haven't really laid it out in clear language, which is they're rolling out a premium offer, which you can pay for Rumble Premium, and then you don't have to watch ads. You get the exclusive content put out by other creators. However, you can still sub to channels, and that money goes directly to the creator. Now, that's a lot of money to ask one person to spend. I don't understand the method behind this. I don't understand the plan behind it. So it's something to look into on the premium plan. But again, they haven't really given us the answers to all of that.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't
But
even know.
Rumble rants, donations, things like that go straight to us. So if you're on Chad's channel or you're on my channel or you're on Brianna's channel, or Todd's channel, if you send money to our channel, that money goes straight to us.
So 100% of, like, say a super chat's $5.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you send me $5 on my stream tonight, it goes straight to me.
Did you
on
see?
the Megan Moo channel.
I literally brought up Jasmine Crockett a little while ago.
Oh God.
Because that's what brings my blood pressure down. Was Jasmine Crockett? We got to go. Mr. Producer has already he's already gotten us out of here. He's like, I'm done with you guys. She was calling for violence against Ted Cruz. I gotta text Ted Cruz and see if
She's always calling for violence against everybody.
Dude, it's insane what they do. Do we have that clip? Do we do it? No, maybe not.
I don't think we have any
there it
clips.
is.
Oh, there we go.
You know what? Wow, that's a great picture of her.
She looks like a cartoon. Is that AI or is that real?
She looks like she's been tanning.
That's real. She looks like a cartoon.
Play the clip. Let's listen.
I think that you punch. I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching. You know, I think and I love Colin, and I think towards the end he started to punch a little harder. But like, it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard, right? Like, there is no niceties with him. Like, at all. Like, you go clean off on him, right? I think that you punch.
What's she talking?
I think you punch. I think
Megan,
you're okay.
you're young. What's she
okay?
talking about?
Sounds like she's saying if somebody pisses you off, you have free game.
Knock them over the head.
Yeah. Like, that's assault, brother.
Well, she's not going to out-debate Ted Cruz.
That's assault, brother. That's a funny clip. That's funny. Anyway, I'm going to text Ted Cruz and see. That wrestler guy up in wherever it was, the bad dude, man. I'm going to meet that guy. I mean, like, oh my God, Trump's got his arm around a black guy in this, a couple of black guys.
Oh no.
Dude, he just he'd like, that's unheard of. Do y'all agree with me that Trump's hair is better now than ever?
I think so.
That little pimp, cotton candy hair, dude.
Cotton candy hair.
It is.
I really think in some of I've seen him lately, and I keep thinking, I mean, he actually looks a little healthier to me than he was.
Oh, he's lost weight
4 years ago.
He's lost weight.
Yeah.
He's lost weight, and I pray for the man because, Trump came out of the presidency, the first term, looking better than when he went in. Most people go in and they age. They age. Like Obama's hair got gray and they come out, they age. That's a lot of stress, man. Trump came out looking better, but I think, honest to God, the dude for 78 years old, however old he is, he looks good. He's lost weight.
I don't think he stresses.
I don't think he does either.
I think this is like,
I don't know. Like I don't know. I'll tell you this: when I was at Mar-a-Lago with him, I was at Mar-a-Lago May of last year, and he was in the middle of all those indictments, and he was cool, bro. Like he was just a stud, and I was like, man, I'd be stressed out. I mean, I got pissed off over a soda deal a minute ago.
I think he's not stressed because he's not up for re-election.
Well, it's also cool to be a billionaire.
That too.
And somebody says something about him not sleeping much since he's been in office. I don't think he's ever slept.
He's never
I don't
slept.
think
His entire life, he's probably, sleeps a couple of hours, a few hours.
And I think Trump gets off on this. This is his deal. He gets off on this. I mean, I think the guy sits on the toilet at 3:30 in the morning tweeting, and like, I'm gonna tweet. It's gonna be fantastic. Come in here, Melania. Look at it. It's gonna pop up on your phone. But I think, and he does, and he loves being in control. Jesse Payton, my opener and my friend, and he's been on the road with me for the last 6 years. Jesse Payton tweeted yesterday. He said, I would be better off. And of course, it's a joke. Got to preface. He said, I'd be better off with Trump I think we'd be better off with Trump as a dictator and king than we would as a Democrat as a president. And I'm like, I get where you're coming from on that deal. So anyway, no, we don't want a dictator. We don't want a king. And I don't approve of Trump even joking about joining the English Commonwealth. I don't know if you guys saw that yesterday. We've already fought that battle in 1776. We do not want to be a part of the British Commonwealth. I will not have whatever his name is in his pedophile family a part of ruling over me, King Charles. Isn't that his name? Charles?
Yeah.
I have no
Charles
idea.
Windsor?
King Charles. Isn't he sick? He's sick. He's got
Sick in the head. Somebody said have Zach Rushing on sometime. Casey, you can't get Zach Rushing anywhere. Zach Rushing ain't doing nothing. Click like, click subscribe. We got to get out of here.
Super
Our
chats,
friends
please.
at Birch Gold text Chad to 98989. Did I say Graham earlier? I don't even know.
You
Text
said
Chad to 989.
You said Chad. Uh-oh, he froze.
Did you freeze? Really?
He did.
Do we have
Text
super
chat
chat?
to 989898.
Hey, Megan Moo, can you read the super chats if David can put them up?
Yeah,
Let's
I
do
can.
that. If maybe Chad will come back and we'll
Absolutely.
get him on. Here we go.
From James Wooford, DDD, MMM, TDS, the Democrat syndrome. Now that's a handicap. Yes, it is. Absolutely. From MXWife859, the doorbell makes me want you check my blood sugar because that is my alert for low blood sugar on my phone. Oh. Yeah. Simply Kai Bull. I agree with Party Foul Steve. Soft drinks can be used to clean a toilet alone. No bueno. And engines.
They're horrible. Yeah, it's trash. It's garbage. It's chemicals.
She sent another one, or he or she sent another one. Last one. Love y'all. Please keep us in your prayers for a healthy pregnancy. I just found out we are pregnant with our third. Well, congratulations.
Awesome. Congrats.
I was the third. We are the best. The babies are the best. MXWife859. Please get her primaried and get her out of Congress. She is such an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Jasmine Crockett. Yeah. She needs to be held responsible for some of the things that she says. She's an idiot. Is that it? That's it.
That's it for the super chat, guys. I guess we're gonna be like over and out. Do you want to put an ending on this, Megan Moo?
Sure. Obviously Chad froze and disappeared, but guys, make sure to like this live stream, leave a comment. Of course, follow Chad's channel, the Dear America channel, and all of our other creators, including myself. You can catch me tonight at 7:30 on the Megan Moo 32 channel and the Dear America channel. So make sure that you're following me. And we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time for Dear America. And of course, you can catch Todd today at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, me at 7:30 tonight. So we will see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for being here.
Adios.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, wait, Chad. We're practically signed off, and he's back. Maybe we'll see if he's back. If Chad's back. There is another super chat. We've already went through the super chats, Chad, and there's another one that just popped up.
Let's see him.
Let's see it.
Striker Che.
Yeah.
Requesting prayers again for Nicole Tipton. The surgery went well, but she is struggling with the chemo. It is not treating her well. Everyone, please pray for her recovery.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah,
Yes.
that's sad.
Full recovery.
Sad
Yes.
deal. My computer just cut off. Praying.
happens.
We are praying. Lord, bless Nicole. Bless her.
Yes.
And every one of those cancer cells that are rebellious in her body, we ask them to come under the authority of the kingdom of God and come into order in Jesus' name. Did I miss anything on the super chats? Anything out there?
We
Just
read them.
funny
Or
comments.
Megan Moo
Anything
read
I
them
need to
all.
address, though?
I don't think so. I think we're good. They were kind of directed to us as a whole, not just like individual
Yeah.
chat questions.
No derogatory comments. No hates.
Let's go to Ireland.
If somebody
I want
wants
to
to
do.
pay
I want to do
$5
Dear
to send
America
some
in
hate.
Ireland. Galatians 1:10, KM Provo. I am now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God. I am trying to please people. or still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. Well, I will tell you this. If you're searching for the approval of people, then the rejection of people will destroy you.
Yes.
Like if people's approval will make you, then their rejection will destroy you. And so neither one of those. Rudyard Kipling in his great poem "If," he said, I don't want to, go read the whole poem. It's great. But he talks about, people that approve of you and don't. And you just listen to those folks, and it doesn't matter. Steve, I need you to get in a better mood, man.
I'm already in a better mood.
It's because of me.
Yeah,
I put him in a better mood.
I'm
Megan,
in a better
you've had.
mood.
You know what? I want both of you. I want everybody out there to pray for both of these guys. I want you to pray for Megan and for Steve, because they're both heathens and they need you. They need the Lord.
It's true.
I got him.
No,
I got him. He's on my side.
And no,
with
I
everything
don't
do.
think the show went great. Striker J. We had a pile of people in Springfield, Missouri. I mean, 5 shows, 3 nights, pile of people. And no, I don't think people should be buying soda and garbage and candy and crap off of food stamps. I don't. So, anyways, enough about that. I'm tired. Oh, Jesus.
Take a nap.
Rip.
Let's go eat a steak.
Rip George Foreman. I got to do Carl Higby's show on Newsmax here in a little while. All right, Mr. Producer's got things to do. We got to get out of here. I love you guys. Megan Moo, tell us where we can find you.
Tonight at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on my channel and on Dear America. But come over to my channel. It's more
Yeah,
fun.
go to Megan Moo 32. Get in the chat over there at Boost and Party Foul Steve. We can find you in Conroe,
At Venmo,
Texas.
at Party Foul Steve. That's where I'm
The dude's raised about $450, man.
No, I'm 501. 501 for a computer and camera setup. So I'm getting there.
You know what I think I'm gonna do? Should I shave all this? I'm gonna shave.
Nah.
Nah, keep that stash going.
Leave
Keep
it.
the stash.
Yeah.
And keep the little soul patch,
Yep.
the little flavor saver.
Yep.
But shave the rest. What do you think, Megan?
I like a beard. I like
I'm
a
not
beard.
shaving because I look like a thumb with a cowboy hat. Linda Adams says no shave.
No
Is
shave.
that no
Yeah.
shave or is that no shave?
She said no shave.
Okay.
No.
Thanks,
no
Donna.
shave.
I look fine. What happened to my computer? Why is everything dying around here?
I don't know. We had all kinds of technical difficulties today.
Keep
I
the
think it's
beard,
just
Lulu
Monday.
says. No
That's
shave,
usually
don't
when stuff
shave.
updates.
Striker J, we are working on that deal in Rochester. All right, we're going to get out of here. Hey, go to watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Support my dear friends. Thank you, Megan, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And I love you so much. And I'm so proud of you. I'm thankful for you. You're doing a great job. And Party Foul Steve, we'll talk.
I'll come in the other room in just a second.
We'll talk. But for the rest of you, please go to watchchad.com. I've got shows around the country. They're coming up, and we're working on more. So thankful for you guys. Thanks for letting me rant and just listen. Just listen in. You appreciate you guys. Share it, like it, do all the stuff, and go buy some T-shirts or something. You can find that on my website. I love you. God bless you. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.